What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear... is standard issue for the Menancian Guard.
This came out so good.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me!
Flaming thrust! Not today!
My special.
Take this!
Flying free! They just sit still!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Rising Wyvern! Stratos!
Eat this!
Talon Hurricane! Eternal Devastation!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Hawkeye, Sion!
Get out of my sight line or you'll get hit!
Could have been worse. All right. There's nowhere to run from my heart!
When he slows down, that's our chance! Escape!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Rise again!
Bullseye! Raging Cascade!
Roll that!
Dance in the wind! Feel! By the power of water!
Devastation!
Banana, let's go! It looks like you got this one covered. Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done! Do it!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That trip.
wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Raging Cascade!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Rising Wyvern!
I'm so good with airborne targets.
Rising Phoenix!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Now!
Damn it! You're mine!
Lightning Cascade! Here's Uber! Freeze ready!
Take this! You're finished!
Air
Mirage! Driving form! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Dispose of the trash.
Here I come!
Smash you! I'm surrounded!
It's a duel of the odds. Never miss. Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Do it! Something you want. Astral energy!
Say no more!
Radiant light! Leave the enemy's arc to me.
Nope, not here!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them?
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I'm on it! You're done! Dazzle! Rising Falcon! Talon Hurricane! Eagle Flash! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
They got me flanked!
We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Astral Arc, all yours! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
I'll run you around!
Rising Phoenix!
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No! Ow!
I'm ready! They're surrounding us!
Dragon Shell!
Where are you going? Raging Storm!
Rip it bare!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'm on it! This one's all mine!
Into the
Leave the ensnarer to me. Yeah!
Be still!
Here, let me help.
Rising Storm!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done.
Here I come! Devastation!
We win!
I'm on it.
In here.
Your armor won't save you!
This will come in handy. I'm out of ammo. Back
Mega Select Thrust! Dragon Storm!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
That equipment should come in handy.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much...
No choice!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Tornado! Don't mind if I do!
You're mine! Tear!
Up and at 'em! Let's go!
Dance!
Steering blade!
In an instant! Impact Block!
Take it! It's over!
Rising Wyvern!
You are in
all
tip-top
off!
shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
The enemy reveals arc too.
We'll soon see about that!
Common Hurricane!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
Little help! Glacial Spear!
Rising Wyvern! Hanaka! Lunar Rondo! Not today!
Eagle Fly! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Rising Wyvern!
Where are you going?
Do it! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
That's what I like to hear. I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Hi, Hoodle!
Rising Wyvern! Hurricane Thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Mega Ray! Lightning Orb!
I'm like
Sonic
We're thinning them out.
Please,
like me.
I'll admit I'm impressed. Very slight.
We got the advantage.
Good. Now we just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Law's on.
You're the hero! First aid!
What a relief.
Rising Wyvern! Pistol!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Guess I misread the landing. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Take this!
First
Now you see what I can do!
Rising Wyvern! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Eat this!
Show me your strength.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Fang!
Take it. One more.
Here.
Don't mind if I do.
Go away!
Entertain me.
You're mine.
You're mine!
Wasn't weak. Tempest.
Rising Wyvern! You're mine! Devastation!
Here's evil.
No further!
Sonic Storm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here, let me help. Raging Cascade.
So much for sitting this fight out.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Xion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Xion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Glacial Spear! Here's
Rising Weapon! Ripping Cam! Rising Falcon!
Lightning Condemned!
They got the
Here's a healing
See what happened there as you
We got
crossed.
flyers!
I've got it! Let him march it in!
We've turned the tables on all yours!
Eat this!
Eat this!
I'm sorry to be father.
We've all got enough on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready to fly!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! I can feel my power growing!
We're coming through! Dance in the wind!
Rising Wyvern! Luna Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Rising Wyvern!
Radiant here! Air thrust! Photon
Laser
raging
Shield!
here!
Survive!
Evil! Do it, Ron!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Barely a blip on our radar.
No choice!
Here I go! It's over! I watch!
Witness it!
Thunder Field! Ready!
Ignite!
Alright! It's showtime!
Wind! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done!
Rising Wyvern!
Come and get it!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! This one's mine!
This could be useful.
What's that big tower over there?
You guys want to rest here? You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Guess I misread the landing. Not this way, I guess.
Opponent like this should be easy.
Hear me, flame hot flame!
Eat this! Reach this air! Rising rocket!
Hey, when it is ready! Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Take this! Demon Slayer! And what is got fire?
Unstoppable! Let him... This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Mega ray!
First be still!
Lightning orb! Hear me, flame of
Rising Falcon!
There's more where that came from. Get lost!
Rising Warrior! Dance!
Mega ray!
Take this! Slush! And Falcon!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Get
Do it!
Please do!
What? This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? I never miss!
Explosive ring! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more calling.
Now!
Get them apart to your heart's content.
This calls for a celebratory drink.
There.
Let me help.
Okay, here I go.
Dreams.
Severing wind!
Chinese
Rising
supernova.
Falcon!
Eat this! Do it!
I wish I could throw like you, Ross.
You wish to learn my secrets, young Elf?
Master, please, teach me all
Do
of
it!
this.
You want Grandmaster Kisar for that.
Where are you going? Eat this! Come on, roll now! Do it! With this, I can become even stronger.
Gotta break through!
Not on my watch!
I'm surrounded!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Demon Fang!
Raging storm! Burning
Burn!
glacial spear! Pierce evil! Eagle fly! Freeze blade!
You're mine! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Looks like we got them all.
Out of our way!
You can't get out of this!
through!
Mega Ray!
First strike! It's over!
Lightning Ranger Cascade!
Double Demon Blade! Strike!
Here I go!
Let the marksman handle this.
Let's get you all cut away!
Infernal Torrent!
Radiant Force! Now!
Prepare to be sealed on fleeting foot. Actually, I haven't found it more appropriate.
Do it more! Talking!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I can feel my precision improving.
Gotta break through!
Heal you all!
They got me flanked!
Take this!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop me dying?
You're mine!
Prepare to be sealed! We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we... An astral art?
That's my cue!
Destruction!
Shut him down!
Now
Try harder!
Light Astral Energy!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Dazzle! First strike!
Talon Hurricane!
I can feel my power growing!
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.